Hey guys, what's good? Hope everybody is doing well. I wanted to make a quick video of a watch I've had for a while from a German company called H2O, and this watch is called the Kalmar, Kalmar 2, and it's called the Kalmar 2 Deep Dive. And the reason it's called a deep dive is because this watch is water resistant to 25,000 meters. I mean, that is the most I have ever heard, and it's the most you will ever hear because this watch holds a record for depth rating for an automatic dive watch. I mean, amazing, amazing, amazing. How does it accomplish that just extreme water resistance or depth rating? I'll show you. Look how thick that watch is. I mean, look at the thickness of this case back. 23 millimeters thick. So, I mean, it is a really chunky watch. I mean, there's watches that are 23 millimeters wide, but this watch is 23 millimeters thick. It's 42 millimeters in diameter, though, and it's pretty compact because the lug to lug is only about 53 millimeters, I think. It's got a 24 millimeter lug, and I just kind of like the way they do these lugs. They're kind of like hooded lugs, so they're really protected. Man, look at the knurling on that bezel. Action, not bad. I mean, I like the action on the bezel. It's really good, and you can see it's got a beautiful gradient blue dial. Let's set the time, and I've got a diver here on my left wrist. This is the Scurfa Diver 1. This one's in titanium too, actually. Oh yeah, this one's in titanium, by the way. And looks like the time is 09:20 on the 30th. So let's see if we can do that here. So I'm going to unscrew the crown. Nice, big, chunky, signed crown. Really easy to manipulate. Give it a few winds. See, now the date window here is tiny. I mean, it's like really small, but it's there when you need it to be. I guess at 25,000 meters down, the date is not that big a concern. All right, and then let's pull it out one, and you see I hack the movement. That's a simple Soletta or ETA movement in here. So let's try to set that to 09:20 plus. I love the hands, man. Look how interesting and unique the hands are. They offer some customization actually on the website if you go check them out. And so you can order different kind of hands. I really like these. I really like the shape of them. They're so interesting and they're so unique and they're so legible. My goodness. I mean, beautifully made watch. So do that. Give it a few more winds. The crown really easy to manipulate. There's no drama at all. Really high quality, very impressive watch. The bezel insert, I believe, is ceramic, actually. It sure looks like ceramic. It's got a 120 click bezel, nice and clicky. Extremely, extremely easy to manipulate, even with wet or gloved hands, because look how thick that crown is. I'm sorry, how thick the bezel is. And as I said before, this is a titanium watch, so while it is a little heavy, it's not a lot heavy. It's actually pretty light. You can see the beautiful sweep of the seconds hands. I really like the color on that dial. Let me put this beast, and I do mean beast, on my wrist, and I'll be right back. Okay, give me a second. All right, we're back, man. Look at this monster truck, man. This thing is ginormous. All right, let me get the Scurfa off the wrist. I mean, look at the, I mean, the Scurfa has really decent chops too, but look at the thickness difference between these two watches. I mean, that's just like extreme. But you know, this wears huge, definitely, but it doesn't wear huge in a, you know, north, south, east, west direction. It just wears huge, just because it's so thick. So I'm gonna just tighten up this strap. I've got a tropic style strap on, but you can get these even with a bracelet, and it's a titanium bracelet. That may be a good option to balance it out. And there you see the Kalmar 2 Deep Dive from H2O on my wrist, and it is, God, this is a big watch. I mean, it is giant. But, you know, it's not uncomfortable. It's pretty light because it is titanium. And if you're someone that has to wash their hands often, or someone that goes swimming, or someone that lives in a rainy environment, this may be a good option for you. I like what the brand is doing. They have all kinds of different watches. This is kind of like their end watch, sort of like their halo watch. It's not that expensive though. I mean, it's about 12 or 1,500 euros depending on how you option it out. But yeah, they have divers that are like merely 10,000 meters, you know, that you can buy, and they have all other kinds of watches too. So it's kind of like a really cool, under the radar German brand. You know, I mean, anytime you think of a German brand, you're thinking of Zinn, or maybe like you know. Okay, this is like a Freudian slip. So I say anytime you see a German brand, think of a German brand, you're thinking of Zinn or IWC. I guess IWC kind of is a German brand because they are based in a part of Switzerland that I believe is German speaking, but they're not from Germany. Anyway, I digress. But you know, like Laco or Damasco or Namas or Langa or Glashütte Original. I mean, you know, you think about those kind of brands, but there's a lot of like independent, smaller German brands out there making really good watches, and this thing is awesome. Nobody anywhere is making this kind of watch, and so in that sense, I give H2O a lot of credit. I mean, this is not just another like, you know, Submariner homage with a few little design changes, or they're not trying to, you know, just make yet another pilot's watch or anything. They really have a different design language and seemingly a different ethos. And I think, you know, if you can find this watch on the secondary market for around $1,000 or a little bit more, I think it's really interesting. Certainly if you're somebody that actually dives, I think it'd be something that would be really, you know, unique as a dive watch option. Or you can just wear it around, man. I mean, you can just wear this thing around and just you know, show it off, and it'll definitely get some comments for sure. Guys, I'm rambling as always. I hope you like a quick look at an interesting watch, man. You know, like a nice dressy diver from the nice people at H2O, called the Deep Dive, because it is 25,000 meters water resistant. I mean, 25,000 meters. I mean, that's like unbelievable. Anyway, it's amazing what technology is doing to watches, and it's amazing how like affordable watches have become with like really high technology. You know, like Rolex had a deep dive watch, you know, and it was like super thick with a super thick crystal. And now the fact that that technology is like trickling down to just, you know, you can just buy it on the internet. I mean, that's kind of cool, I think. Anyway, I'm rambling as always, guys. I hope you like a quick look at a cool watch from a brand named H2O. This is the Kalmar 2 Deep Dive. Rock on. Bye.